radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. Zema orders halt to illegal mining activities in Hipopo area. Nakonde records 15 confirmed mpox cases. Authorities urge vigilance. And aid workers use donkeys to reach remote Sudan landslide site. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. The Zambia Environmental Management Agency, ZEMA, has conducted an inspection of the Kafue River banks in Chingola and Chililabombo districts following reports of illegal mining activities in the Hipopo area. According to ZEMA, the inspection revealed significant disturbances to the watercourse, increased turbidity, and potential impacts on water quality, posing serious threats to the ecosystem and biodiversity. Since ordered all individuals and companies engaged in unauthorized mining activities in the area to cease operations immediately. ZEMA manager Ruth Kamui has said the activities but also pose significant environmental risks, including the destruction of habitats and loss of biodiversity, pollution of water sources, and increased risk of soil erosion. Ms. Kamui has further urged stakeholders to report any further instances of illegal mining to ZEMA, warning that failure to comply with environmental regulations will result in swift action, including penalties and prosecution.
Environmental Management Agency, ZEMA, has conducted an inspection on the Kafue River banks in Chingola and Chidlawombo districts, following reports of illegal mining activities in Hipopo area. Our findings reveal significant disturbances to the watercourse, increased turbidity, and potential impacts on water quality, posing serious threats to the ecosystem and biodiversity. ZEMA thereby orders all individuals and companies engaged in unauthorized mining activities area to cease and desist immediately. These activities are not only illegal in Hipopo area, but also pose significant environmental risks, including
Nakonde Town Council's Department of Health Services has reported that as of 1st September 2025, Nakonde District has recorded a total of 45 suspected mpox cases, with 15 confirmed. The first two suspected cases presented at Nakonde Urban Clinic on 5th April 2025. The outbreak was officially confirmed on 10th April 2025 following laboratory results. Currently, 5 suspected patients are admitted at the isolation center. 8 suspected cases are under home isolation, and 1 confirmed case remains in home isolation. The Nakonde Town Council, working with relevant stakeholders, has implemented interventions to contain the outbreak. The local authority continues to urge the public to remain calm but vigilant and to immediately report to the nearest health facility any individual showing symptoms such as fever, rash, and persistent headache. Community members are also encouraged to strictly follow health guidelines issued by authorities to help curb the spread of the disease. The government has reiterated its commitment to safeguarding the health of all Zambians through timely detection, effective response, and collaboration with communities. This is according to a statement issued by Nakonde Town Council Assistant Public Relations Officer Florence Musaba. The Minister of Education, Douglas Yagalima, in the company of Itezi Tezi Member of Parliament Twambo Mutinta, who is a catch-up champion of the ministry has met the top innovators and their mentors that participated in the recent 2025 Jates and Tates Fair at the National Science Center in Lusaka. 16 out of 69 participants had remained in the boot camp from 18th to 29th August 2025 for intensive mentorship and capacity building. Mr. Siagalima has expressed delight that the learners demonstrated unmatched talents in their respective scientific projects that offer hope for locally sourced national solutions. He has equally noted that this year's Jets and Tates Fair demonstrated unique projects never seen before, owing to the inclusivity of the Education for All policy that has brought more young and adult learners with remarkable skills into the education system. The minister urged the innovators to embrace an attitude of unstoppable excellence for their own good and the nation at large. The Lusaka City Council (LCC) has apprehended 15 individuals for illegally collecting used bottles for uncertified repackaging of water in traditional brews, commonly known as Monkoyo and Chiwantu, under the guise of recycling. During today's operation, Council police intercepted the suspects along Tokyo Way, where they were found engaging in activities contrary to the Public Health Act Cap 295 of the laws of Zambia. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba has since cautioned members of the public against participating in illegal recycling, especially in undesignated and unauthorized areas, warning that such practices pose serious public health risks and breach established regulations. The suspects are currently in police custody and are expected to be processed by the Lusaka Integrated Solid Waste Management Company before appearing before the fast track court. Meanwhile, the council has also demolished 8 makeshift structures that had been illegally erected along the same road without planning approval.
The council police intercepted the suspects along Tokyo Way, where they were found conducting illegal recycling activities in contravention of the Public Health Act, Cap 2 of the laws of Zambia. The local authority advises members of the public to refrain from engaging in illegal recycling, especially in undesignated and unauthorized areas, as such activities pose serious risks to public health and violate the established regulations. In addition, the council police has demolished 8 illegal makeshift structures erected along the same road, which were constructed without planning permission. The council remains committed to conducting regular inspections to uphold order and ensure compliance with the Regional and Urban Planning Act and regulations.
And in other news trending this evening, the Drug Enforcement Commission has revealed that additional funds linked to the corruption case involving former Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Malanji and former Secretary to the Treasury Fritz Onyamba remain unaccounted for. Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
Minister of Agriculture Ruben Mutelo has called on agro dealers across the country to uphold the highest levels of professionalism, transparency, and integrity as government commences the implementation of the 2025-2026 Farmer Input Support Program (FISIP) under a fully operational 100% e-voucher system. Speaking in a meeting with agro dealers in Lusaka today, the minister has emphasized that the transition to a private sector driven system creates unprecedented opportunities for growth in the agriculture sector, but equally demands strict discipline to guard against malpractice. He stressed that the government expects agro dealers to clearly indicate their operational coverage in all provinces, districts, and constituencies to ensure equitable access to inputs nationwide. The minister further noted that pricing, product quality, and service delivery would be key competitive factors under the e-voucher system, with farmers making choices based on affordability, reliability, and trust in suppliers. Assuring stakeholders of the government's commitment to timely payments, Mr. Mtolo has announced that all outstanding payments from the previous season had been cleared and that henceforth disbursements would be made on a fortnightly basis to support agro dealer operations. Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in foreign news, aid workers on donkeys have delivered the first humanitarian supplies to survivors of a landslide that reportedly killed hundreds of people in a remote mountain village in Sudan's western Darfur region. Heavy rains and flash floods that hit Tarasin village, triggering the disaster on Sunday, have continued, meaning donkeys are the only way to reach the affected families. Families in Tassin have lost everything, and it took their rescue team more than a full day on a rocky, muddy, and hilly route to reach the devastated community, said Francisco Lanino from aid agency Saving the Children. It remains unclear how many people have died. And in sports news, Brian Mbumo helped Cameroon remain a point behind leaders Cape Verde in their qualifying group for the 2026 FIFA World Cup as the Indomitable Lions saw off lowly Eswatini 3-0 at home. The Manchester United forward had a hand in the 60th minute opener in Yaoundé as his ball into the box took a big deflection off the head of Gift Gamedze before looping over the goalkeeper. Mbomo then crossed for George Kelvin Kodu to double the lead in the 25th minute with a close range header, and 3 minutes later, Arthur Avom fired in to make it 3-0. Andre Onana was largely a bystander in goal for Cameroon, although the Manchester United man fumbled one long range effort in the first half before gathering at the second attempt. Cameroon stay within touching distance of Group D leaders Cape Verde, who registered a 2-0 win away against Mauritius earlier in the day. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
The evening report is that it's warm to hot, and these weather conditions are expected across most parts of the country. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news. But before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The Zambia Environmental Management Agency has conducted an inspection of the Kafue River banks in Chingola and Chililabombo districts following reports of illegal mining activities in the Hipopo area. Nakonde Town Council's Department of Health Services has reported that as of 1st September 2025, Nakonde District has recorded a total of 45 suspected mpox cases with 15 confirmed. And finally, aid workers on donkeys have delivered the first humanitarian supplies to survivors of a landslide that reportedly killed hundreds of people in a remote mountain village in Sudan's western Darfur region. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie Banda. Enjoy the rest of the evening.